All right, guys, so today we're going to be continuing the 16-1 reteaching. Yesterday we focused on the customary units of length, feet, yards, miles, all that. Today we'll be focusing on our units of capacity. And we've already discussed the big G. You guys should have this drawn on your paper. Remember, that's the gallon. You have the 4 quarts. Within the 4 quarts, you have the 2 pints. And inside each of those pints, we have, I'm going to draw off to the side, 2 cups. So remember that as we're doing it. So it's for each one. They also explained this in the video we watched previously. All right, so for today, we're going to be working on these questions. Questions 2, 6, 8, 9, 11, 14, 15, and 17. So right now, go ahead and circle those. All right, let's start with number 2. All right, now remember our rule that we did yesterday, where if it was a small measurement, like inches, to a bigger measurement, then we did what? Divided. If it was a bigger measurement to a smaller measurement, then we multiplied. All right, so let's start. So we have 4 quarts, all right, and we're trying to go from quarts to cups. All right, a quart is larger than a cup. So big to small is telling us to multiply. And we know that how many cups are in 1 quart? There are, look at it, you got to count it. 4 cups are in 1 quart. So what are we multiplying here? Are we doing 4 times 1? No. 4 times 4. 4. Nope. There are 4 cups in a quart. So 4 times 4 is what, guys? 16. So if I go over to my gallon and I have 4 quarts, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, and I count my cups. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16. So I confirmed it. There are 16 cups in 4 quarts. Go ahead and start on number 6. How many quarts are in 1 gallon?
4. So you do 3.5 times 4. You get 4.
Why do you do 3 5/10 times 4? Why are you timesing it?
Because it's big to small.
Big to small. All right. And when I multiply it,
You get 140, and then you have to move over the.
You move your decimal out, move your decimal in. I get 13? 14. Is that right?
Yeah.
So a 3.5 gallons is the same as 14 quarts. Good.
I like using the big G because then I can just.
You can count it and yeah, you can do that. All right, go ahead, number 8, please. pints are in a quart? In 1 quart? So 2 pints equals 1 quart. And I can come up here to my G, and I can look at the quart, and there's 1, 2 pints. All right? So I'm going from pints to quarts. Which one's smaller? Which one's bigger? Pints are smaller. Quarts are bigger. So small to big. Small to big tells us to do what?
Divide.
To divide. Exactly. Small to big tells us to divide. So what are we dividing?
We're doing 16 divided by 2.
Is what?
8.
So 18 pints is the same as 8 quarts. Good.
Why did we circle 9?
Excuse me, baby?
Why did we circle 9? We did.
I did not mean to circle 9.
I was just
Apologize.
I mean, I did it anyway. I already did it.
Well, we're not doing that. We'll do it tomorrow. I'll fix it on the lesson plan. All right, go ahead and do number 11. Do number 11, please. How many pints are in a gallon?
8. So you do 8 times 4, you get 32. Woo!
How do you know you multiply?
Because it's going to a bigger number.
Big to small. Big to small tells us to multiply. So we're doing 4 times what? 8 equals what?
32.
So 4 gallon has 32 pints. Number 14. Go ahead and begin. How many pints are 1 gallon?
8.
How do you know that?
Because you look at your gallon bar.
You look at your gallon, your G, right? If I go over to my gallon, and I go to my gallon there, I'll look, how many pints are in a gallon? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. And then I need to find out, is it big to small or small to big? So this is pint, this is gallon. Which one's the small one? Small to big tells us to divide. So 20 divided by 8. 8 goes into 20 how many times?
2.
Can't have a remainder, can I? What do I do?
You add a 0.
Add a decimal and a 0. Bring the decimal up. Bring it down. 8 goes into 40 how many times? 5.
You get 2.5.
You get 2.5 gallons. Good. Okay. All right. Number 15, please. Go ahead and begin. All right. How many cups?
Wait.
Go ahead. I'll give you some more time. Sorry about that. I apologize. How's it going over there? You ready now? Okay. How many cups are in a quart?
There's 16.
So
you do 4.5 times 16 and you get 720 and then you have to move
wait, hold on a second. 1 quart. How many cups are in 1 quart?
I
Okay, 1 quart has how many cups, guys? 4 cups. Okay, now we're going from quarts to cups. That's a bigger unit of measurement to a smaller unit. That tells us to do what?
Multiply.
To multiply. So what are we multiplying?
4.5 times 4.
4.5, 4. All right. Excuse me?
It should equal 800, and then you gotta put the
Eight-
0, and then you gotta put the
18?
I said it should equal 800 but you have to put the decimal.
Do 4.5 times 4 again.
180.
And then you got to move the decimal.
Yes.
And the decimals, there you go. So 4.5 quarts is the same as 18 cups. Is that right? All right. So number 17, we got to do a little bit more steps, more critical thinking. And I love number 17 because that is a real world application problem. You know, guys, that I am a couponer and I shop a lot with my YouTube channel and everything. So sometimes I've got to figure out what is the better deal to get the smaller item and use the coupon, or the bigger item and use the coupon. And so something like this right here will show us which is the better deal. Now, the first thing I do before I even look at the numbers and get all like, oh my gosh, I'm going to read the question first, but the second thing I'll do, I'll tell you in a minute. A vendor at a festival sells soup for $1.25 per cup or $3.75 per quart. Which is the better buy? So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to find out how many cups are in 1 quart. So how many cups are in 1 quart?
4.
In 1 quart, I have 4 cups. So I know this for a fact. For 1 quart, I have 4 cups. Okay? Now, if I were to buy the soup in quart like, okay, I would take the price per cup, which is this, $1.25, and I'm going to multiply it by 4. So I'm going to take $1.25, multiply it by 4, and that will give me the price of how much for 1 quart if I were to buy it by the cup. If I were to buy it by the cup. Move the decimal out. Move it back in. So if I walked up there and I said, hello, please give me 4 cups of soup, how much would it cost? $4. Oh, $5. Sorry. I mean, do that. Thank you, babe. $5. You got to take care of me. It would cost $5.
You could get 4 cups.
But I could buy a quart. So this is going to be, if I buy 4 cups, that's how much it will cost. But if I buy just 1 quart of soup, $3.75. So what is the better deal? Buying the quart. So this is similar to what my family does. If we go, like, let's say we go to Zaxby's or Chick-fil-A, okay? And so we go there, and instead of getting everybody their own cup of sweet tea, what could I do instead? I could get a gallon of sweet tea. When I buy the gallon of sweet tea, it's a lot cheaper than buying everybody their own cup of sweet tea. So then when we go home to eat it, because we have to go home to eat it anyways, right? When we go home to eat it, it's cheaper. We fill up our own cups. And you get more refills, right? You get more refills. So think about that next time you're going to the store and your mom's getting drinks for everybody. Like, hey, mom, we're heading home anyways. Go ahead and get the gallon, and we can all share that, and that might last us the next day, right? It's cheaper to do that. I would be so proud of you. That makes me so happy. Okay, now what you guys are going to do is, this was the reteaching. You're going to flip on over to the practice portion. And you're just going to solve on the practice page. Sorry, we do again. You're just going to solve 3, 5, 8, and 10. That's all you're solving for this one. Okay? All you're solving. So go ahead and start that now. All right, so for the next one we're doing is the practice. This is the 1.5 gallon to cups. Now, how many cups are in a gallon? There are 16 cups in 1 gallon. Now, guys, I know I usually tell you to multiply and all that stuff like that, but you guys automatically know that half of a gallon is how much? Just a half. 8 cups, right? We don't need to do all that multiplying. We don't have to do that. So 16 plus 8 is what? 24. We know it's 24 cups because we can do 16 and we know half of 16 is 8 and we can add those together. All right, now there's going to be a little bit more math for number 5. It's a 2-step situation. So what I'm going to tell you to do is come off to the side here. We've got 160 fluid ounces is equal to how many quarts? Now, I don't know how many fluid ounces are in a quart, but I do know how many fluid ounces are in a cup. There are 8 fluid ounces in 1 cup. So, if I know there are 8 fluid ounces in 1 cup, then I can figure this out. So, if I look at my G, and I'm trying to get quarts, and I look at my G, how many cups are in a quart? How many cups are in a quart? In 1 quart, huh?
4.
How many? 2, 4. There are 4 cups in 1 quart. So I know that there are 4 cups in 1 quart, right? I know that. So now I can find out how many ounces are in 4 of those cups. All right. So if I've got 4 cups, times that by 8, that's how many? 32 fluid ounces are in 1 quart. So right now, I know something. I know there are 32 fluid ounces in 1 quart. And the question asks us to find out how much 160 fluid ounces equals for a quart.
So you'll have to do 160 divided by 30.
Yeah, and why are you doing divided by?
Because it's small. How many times?
Small to big. So 160, okay, 32. So 32 into 1, nope. 32 into 16, 32 into 160.
Yes.
How many times?
5.
5. 5 times 32 is what?
160.
So there are 5 quarts. There are 160 fluid ounces into 5 quarts. Same thing, right?
So there's 320.
Now, yes, sir.
What I did, I thought like which number can I multiply 30
Okay.
by? And since there's a 2 at the end, and you need to get 160, which has a 0 at the end, I did 5 because that equals 10, so there's a 0 at the end.
Yes.
And that was the right.
So you were like guessing, okay, which one number should I use? Oh, I should use a number like 5 because 5 times 2 is 10. You automatically know. So you didn't have to do a lot of guessing. You didn't have to do like 32 times 4 and 32 times 6. You didn't have to do all that. I like it. All right, let's do the next one. 12 pints equals how many quarts? All right. Well, how many quarts are in 1 pint? How many quarts? Sorry. How many pints are in 1 quart?
2.
There are 2 pints. Sorry, y'all. In 1 quart. You're like, half? Yep, you're right. All right. So, for this one, we're going from small to big or big to small? Small to big. Because we're doing small to big, we multiply or divide? Divide. So what are we dividing? 12 divided by 2 is what? 6, which is like you said. Good. Okay, now Remember how we're doing the fluid ounces? It was 8. So this is what I want you to do. Go back to your G. How many cups are there total? In a gallon. And yeah, 16. All right, so there's 16 cups. How many fluid ounces would that be if we had 16 cups? 120. So if I had a gallon, this entire gallon here, 1 gallon equals how many fluid ounces? 128. Okay. So, and you can, so 1 gallon is 128 fluid ounces. And what he said was multiply the 2 times the 128, and that's how many fluid ounces you'll get. So what is it? 256 fluid ounces. Questions on that? Okay. All right, all done. We're going to start on our quizzes and then jump into science.